Hey, what's going on, everybody? So in this video, I want to kind of talk about life and fitness after 40 years old. I'm recording this in May. It's May 13th, and I just turned 44 last month. And I think sometimes when you start getting older, you really are in denial about quite a few things, especially when it pertains to your body. And for me, I had to really start having some honest conversations with myself as far as meeting my health goals. Everybody wants to be as fit as possible. And I honestly believe that, depending on your life situation, many of us tend to put that before our health. So if you're in a relationship, if you're married, if you have children, if you have a business, if you're working a job, if you're working a job and you have a business, if you have outside activities that you're involved with, there are just so many things that can keep you from really focusing on your health. I think that's why the fast food industry does so well, is because we spend so much time trying to make it to the next engagement or trying to be somewhere on time, and we really don't take the time to prepare our food. And I'm just as guilty as the next person. So I started noticing a change in my body probably around 41, 42. You can kind of feel it every year, but particularly around 41 or 42, I started noticing different like aches and pains that I didn't know where they came from. That was the first time. When I was younger, if you were hurt, you kind of knew why you were hurt. But it seems like after 40, things start going on with your body and you really don't know what's going on. So one of the things that I started doing was really looking at my eating. And that has been my biggest challenge. I'm upfront with everyone when I tell them that I struggle with a sweet tooth. Just things that I know that are not uncommon, just being transparent. And so I had to start really looking at my goals. One of the things I always wanted to do was to be healthy, not just for myself and my family, but particularly for my children, because I knew they were going to start getting active in sports. My son's playing soccer and basketball now, so I want to be able, and I'm coaching him as well, so I want to be able to run around, do drills with him, and not just be that dad is overweight kind of on the sideline telling him what to do, but not actually able to show him what to do. My daughter's in gymnastics, and it's watching her develop. And I just want to be, along with Kelly and I, we just want to be examples for our children. So I really had to start looking at what I was eating. Some of the things that, I used to eat before, I really can't eat them now, or I really can't eat them in the same amount as I could before. I do believe that when you're stressed, your body holds weight differently. I believe stress is a big factor with that. And when you start looking at being an entrepreneur and some of the stresses that come along with that, you really have to start focusing on your health. So one of the things that I have started doing was to be more consistent with my workouts. I know we always talk about diet comes first, and it does. But for many of us, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you work from home, you have to get out in that environment. I do believe in home workouts too. If you can't make it to the gym, definitely work out at home. But I started to really make sure I get to the gym at least 3 to 4 times a week. And honestly, when you go to the gym, you have to, before you go to the gym, you really need to take your clothes off, stand in the mirror and look at your body, have an honest conversation with yourself on what it is that you want to change, and then go in the gym and specifically work and target those areas. I can say over the last couple of months, my strength has really gone up. So I'm really pleased with that, but there are just some trouble areas. Many men, many fathers, we struggle with our midsection. So that's an area that I'm working on the most. So oftentimes people will ask me, what is it that I'm doing in the gym? What is it that I'm doing with my diet? Well, so in this video, it's kind of, I don't want to go into in this video everything that I'm doing in the gym, besides right now just targeting the different parts of my body that I want to see change. But I am working on my diet. I'm really cutting down on my sweets. Coffee has been a struggle for me. So, and it's not so much the coffee, it's the stuff that we put in the coffee. So I'm working on tailoring that back. If you get an extra large, go to a large, go to a medium, go to a small. I think sometimes we try to just go cold turkey with everything, and then we end up, you know, falling back and falling back worse. So trying to just scale that back. If you normally put 3 or 4 creamers in your coffee, start cutting it back to 2. You know, it's just different little things that we can do on a daily and consistent basis. Now, I will say the one thing that I have been fairly consistent with, and I think even in those moments and times where I have kind of gone off the rail with things, I have been consistent with taking my supplements. Everyone knows that I love ISO Detox Tea. This is a product that I will consistently drink. It is a detox tea. It's not a weight loss tea. One of the things that I like about it is I feel like sometimes when you go out and, you know, you eat the things that you really shouldn't eat, it kind of keeps me, I feel, regular. Sometimes, you know, especially if you're eating a lot of carbs and different things like that, especially when you start getting older, you start feeling those things just sitting in your body. And so I like this tea because it's gentle. I can drink it and not have to worry about staying at home. I can continue on with my day. I can go to meetings. I can meet with my clients, photo shoots, anything that I need to do, I can do while drinking this tea. At the same time, I feel like I'm not keeping the waste and sludge in my system. Also, one of the things that I found with this is it helps my energy levels, and I believe that it's helping my energy levels because it's getting the toxins out of my system. We really don't oftentimes think about the toxins and different things that we're putting into our body through even just our air supply, but particularly through our food supply. So the tea helps with that. Like I said, it's not aggressive on your system. Sometimes people will ask me, is it, I'm kind of scared to drink it. Is it like a laxative? It's going to help you go to the bathroom. I was kind of shocked to really find out how many people struggled with, being regular, going to the bathroom. And so I know that it has helped me with that. I've really also tried to cut down my meats, because if you're eating any type of meat product or animal product, those things are sitting in your intestines. And we often wonder why, we go to the gym and we do all this working out, but at the same time, we don't see results, particularly in our midsection. And I think it's because our body is holding on to a lot of waste. Like I tell people, it's not a weight loss tea, but people see the scale go down a lot of times because of the waste that's coming out of your system. And so it helps, to get rid of that sludgy feeling, to get the waste out of your system. And the biggest thing for me, especially being someone who has struggled with a sweet tooth, is that I don't need to put any additives in it. You shouldn't put any additives in it. People ask, what does it taste like? It tastes like water with like a hint of tea. So it's very easy to drink. I drink 2 8-ounce glasses a day, typically for lunch and around dinner time, and I find out that the results keep coming. If I wasn't consistent with drinking the tea, I think when I did kind of go on my little food rants and different things like that, it could have gotten a lot worse than it did. I am by no means got completely out of shape. I just got to a point where I wasn't just happy with how I looked. So I started making sure I was, again, consistent drinking the tea and taking our liquid vitamin that we have as well. And so, again, guys, after 40, things start changing with your body. And the biggest thing that I would say I would advise people to do is to just be honest and self-aware with yourself. Have an accountability partner. That's what I do. As far as being able to just talk to someone and say, hey, man, I'm struggling. What do you think I should do? Or having someone to say, hey, did you work out? Are you eating correctly? So, yeah, life after 40 is interesting. Make sure that you're listening to your body. Stretch. A lot of times, I'm going to say this, men, when we go into the gym, one of the first things we want to do is just grab all the weight and just start lifting weight. And then you can see like people with these huge stomachs. But men we have this, we want to be big, we want to be strong. There's nothing wrong with that, but we also want to make sure that we're healthy. So one of the things that I'm doing as well is implementing stretching. I'm going to get into yoga more, because I feel like even when I'm working on long assignments and different things like that, my back starts tightening up. So I need to make sure that I'm stretching and doing those types of things. So like I said, right now I'm 44 years old. I will say I do feel great for the most part, but I am honest with myself and I know, okay, I could stand to lose another 20 pounds. And so that's my goal. I'll keep checking in with you guys, letting you know what's going on. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Reach out to me. I'll leave some information in the comments below too regarding how I make the ISO detox tea. I get that question a lot. I've been drinking it for so long. I kind of have a method to how I make it. So I'll leave that in a link below. I'll link to another video that I've already done. Appreciate you guys watching this video. Hope everybody has an amazing day. Take care. God bless.